and respectful greetings to you, my relatives. I've been asked here to say some words, and it's an honor and a privilege to do so, and it's also our responsibility as the indigenous nations and peoples in what is now known as the United States of America. I want you to know, brothers and sisters of the Chittagong Hill Tracts, that we share a common history and a common struggle and a common aspiration. From my Yaqui Indian nation, I can let you know that my grandmother and her family, her little brother, survived a massacre, a slaughter by the Mexican military of our community in 1912. And this is a common history. We know your struggle and what you're going through. Our villages were also burned. Our leaders were also killed. Our women were also raped. It's our responsibility to share this sad history with you, to tell you you are not alone in the world. We understand as indigenous peoples of the world what you're struggling, but more important than that, it's important that you know, it's essential that you have our solidarity and our support in your struggle. We're going to be making a statement as the North America Indigenous Caucus, presenting the statement formally at the Permanent Forum tomorrow that Chief Wilton Littlechild just presented. Yesterday, the Global Indigenous Caucus, representing all the regions, met together and decided that we also need to make a statement tomorrow on the floor in this agenda item at the Permanent Forum to support your struggle and to call upon the United Nations and the Permanent Forum and the government of Bangladesh to respect your rights, your treaty rights, your human rights, your land rights, and your rights to survive as a people, as a nation. Regarding the behavior, which does not come to any surprise to us, but I recently found out that the United States government is in fact the biggest supporter through foreign aid of the Bangladesh military, and this also is part of a history that we've seen around the world. In Guatemala, in El Salvador, in Vietnam, in Nicaragua, and it goes on in terms of the support of the United States government for oppressive regimes, many times regimes that are responsible for the slaughter and human rights violations of indigenous peoples, with resources taken from our lands, from our traditional homelands in this land. It's the source of their wealth that they're using then to support the oppression of indigenous peoples in your land. So this also adds to our responsibility and our commitment to try to see what we can do as indigenous nations here in this country to call attention, first of all, among our indigenous brothers and sisters, tribal governments and indigenous leaders, because I think many are, as I was, not aware of this situation until we begin to look into it as an opportunity to provide support for you today. So this is a commitment that I can make to you, that we will do our best to address the situation and to make it known, and that we will continue as treaty peoples, as treaty nations, as Chief Wilton Littlechild said, to stand in solidarity with you as a treaty nation in bringing about justice, peace, and a better way of life for all of our future generations. I thank you very much, and my heart is with you. Uchokwe.